Welcome back my YouTube channel, Old Coin Z Collection. Today, we are exploring a coin that often goes unnoticed in everyday change, but holds remarkable value and historical significance. This coin, 1987D Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin from the United States. This copper-plated zinc coin, minted in Denver in 1987, carries the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has remained largely unchanged since it first appeared in 1909, honoring the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By 1987, the Lincoln cent had become a familiar companion to generations of Americans. On the reverse side, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design replaced the earlier wheat ears reverse in 1959, marking Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely at the memorial, you can even spot a tiny figure of Lincoln seated within it, one of the most subtle design elements in U.S. coinage. The D mint mark found just below the date signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1987, the Denver facility produced a substantial number of these cents, over 4.5 billion, in fact. Due to this high mintage, most 1987 D cents are still very common in circulation, making their base value close to face value. However, coin collecting is not just about mintage numbers. The value of a coin is influenced by condition, rarity, historical context, and minting errors. Some coins from a 1987 D batch have become incredibly valuable because of these very factors. Let's look deeper into why. One key point of interest in the 1987 D Lincoln cent series is mint errors. Collectors have documented several examples with off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and clip planchets. These unusual features make specific specimens highly desirable and can fetch significant prices at auction. Another factor that could drastically impact value is condition. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with MS, mint state, grades beginning at 60. A 1987 D cent graded MS 67 or higher can command serious attention among collectors due to its scarcity in such pristine condition. Even a small improvement in grade can increase a coin's value several times over. Some of the highest graded examples of this coin have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A perfectly preserved 1987 D cent graded MS 68 read by a top grading service like PeaceGS or NGC is considered a condition rarity and is extremely difficult to find in circulation. Now let's talk about the value that has caught everyone's attention. Believe it or not, a rare error version of the 1987 D Lincoln cent has been reported to fetch offers up to $1 million under special circumstances. This usually involves a combination of errors, such as a double-struck coin on a foreign planchet, in uncirculated condition, with full red luster. These types of specimens are not just rare, they are virtually one of a kind. When discovered, they often make headlines in the numismatic community and attract the attention of high-end collectors or investors who are willing to pay an extraordinary premium. It's important to be cautious, though. Just having a 1987 D penny doesn't mean you're holding a fortune. For a coin to be worth such a high amount, it must be authenticated and graded by professional service, and its unique characteristics must be verified by experts in the field. For the average collector, a 1987 D Lincoln cent in good condition can still be an exciting addition to a set, especially if you're building a year-by-year collection or focusing on mint mark varieties. It's a great teaching coin for beginners, yet has the depth to surprise even seasoned collectors. In addition, these coins serve as historical touchstones. 1987 was a year of change globally. Ronald Reagan was president, the Cold War was beginning to thaw, and technology was rapidly evolving. Holding a coin from that year reminds us of the era's shifting dynamics, encapsulated in a small piece of metal. Many collectors also value the coin for its classic design. Lincoln's solemn face on the obverse and the stately memorial on the reverse continue to evoke a sense of national pride and reverence for American history and values. The penny, though humble in denomination, is deeply symbolic that if you suspect you might have a valuable 1987 D penny, it's worth examining it under magnification. Look for unusual marks, misalignments, or doubling, especially on the lettering and date. If anything looks out of the ordinary, consider consulting a numismatic expert or submitting it to a grading service, though we always recommend storing valuable coins in protective holders or slabs to prevent wear and oxidation. Even minor handling can damage a coin's surface and reduce its potential value. For Lincoln cents, full red examples with no contact marks are the most desirable. Sum it up. While most is COIN 1987D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history, this COIN 1986 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. This particular penny may look ordinary at first glance, but it has more to offer than meets the eye. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner collector, understanding this coin's details is key to appreciating its true value. The Lincoln Memorial Cent series started in 1959, replacing the earlier wheat penny design. The reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., commemorating the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design was created by Frank Gasparo and remained in use until 2008, making it a long-standing feature in U.S. coinage. The obverse of the 1986 D penny features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design dates all the way back to 1909 and has become an icon in U.S. numismatics. Lincoln faces right, with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, liberty to the left, and the date to the right. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, a neoclassical monument that honors the 16th President of the United States. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny representation of the Lincoln statue inside the memorial, placed between the pillars. The top of the reverse reads, "United States of America," and the motto, "E Pluribus Unum," is just above the memorial. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint in Colorado. In 1986, over 4.4 billion of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint, which makes it a common coin in general circulation. However, within that enormous mintage, certain rare errors and conditions can transform this penny into a valuable collector's item. This coin was struck in copper-plated zinc, as the U.S. Mint had switched from solid bronze to zinc cores in 1982 due to rising copper prices. This change also resulted in some coins having striking differences in weight and tone, which collectors often analyze when examining coins from this era. When examining a 1986 D penny, pay close attention to the details in Lincoln's hair and the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. A coin with sharp, full details, free from wear, and strong luster may be graded higher and command more interest in the collector's market. One factor that significantly affects a coin's value is its condition. The Sheldon grading scale, ranging from 1 to 70, is used to assess a coin's preservation. A mint state, MS 65 or higher 1986, D penny is considerably more desirable than one that has circulated heavily. Uncirculated coins in original mint condition are always sought after. Die errors can significantly boost the value of a 1986 D penny. Some known errors for this issue include off-center strikes, double dies, and clip planchets. Coins that feature a clear doubling in letters or numbers, especially on Liberty or the date, can become standout finds in a collection. One particularly rare type of error is the transitional error, where a coin is mistakenly struck on a planchet mint for another year or denomination. Although not common for the 1986 D issue, any such discovery could mean a unique specimen worth investigating further. Now, let's talk about value. In most cases, a standard 1986 D penny in circulated condition is only worth its face value, 1 cent. However, uncirculated versions in high mint state can sell for a few dollars. In MS 67 condition, values can climb to around $100 or more. If you happen to find a rare error coin or a coin with a remarkable flaw, the value could soar significantly higher. And here's where things get very interesting. A known high-grade, full red, double die 1986 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent with unique errors has reportedly been valued at up to $2 million by select private collectors. This figure reflects the extreme rarity of such a piece, as well as the value placed on flawless preservation and uniqueness in the numismatic community. It's important to be realistic. Not every 1986 D penny will be worth a fortune, and most are not. But learning how to identify a rare variety or grading a coin properly could help you discover a hidden gem. Always check coins carefully under magnification and consult with professionals or grading services when in doubt. Preserving the condition of your coins is essential. Use gloves when handling uncirculated coins and store them in acid-free holders or coin flips. Exposure to air, moisture, or oils from the skin can reduce a coin's value over time, especially for zinc-based cents like the 1986. If you want to know whether your 1986 D penny could be valuable, start by weighing it, inspecting for errors, and comparing it against certified coins sold at auctions or listed in trusted numismatic catalogs. Don't rush to conclusions. Coin values depend on expert assessment and market interest. Wrap it up. This coin 1986 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 1985 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin. This iconic penny is more than just pocket change. For collectors, it represents an important era of design, minting, and historical context in United States coinage. The 1985 Lincoln cent features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. Designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday, the obverse design has remained largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most enduring images on American coins. And on the reverse side of the 1985 penny, we find a Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, replaced the previous wheat ears design and features the iconic Washington, D.C. monument in fine detail. The coin is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from the original bronze composition to the zinc core with a thin copper plating due to rising metal costs. So, by 1985, all Lincoln cents were made with this more cost-effective composition. The 1985 penny was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins bear no mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a D, and San Francisco coins from this year were generally proof issues. Marked with an this coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 2.5 grams due to its zinc core. The edge is plain with no reading. Despite its small size and everyday use, the 1985 penny carries significant numismatic interest due to its variations and minting quality. One area of collector focus for the 1985 Lincoln cent lies in its known errors and varieties. Some examples include double dies on the obverse, particularly in the date or lettering. These are rare but highly prized among error collectors, especially when found in mint condition. Another point of interest is the coin's condition. Circulated examples are extremely common and typically hold nominal value. However, coins graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can be worth significantly more, especially if they are full red in color and free of contact marks. In addition to the standard business strikes, the 1985 S-proof pennies are especially attractive to collectors. These coins, produced in San Francisco with mirror-like finishes and sharp details, were struck with extra care and are often collected in complete proof sets, A key detail when evaluating any 1985 cent is its color designation: red, red-brown, or brown. Red coins are typically the most valuable because they retain the original mint luster. Most coins turn brown over time due to oxidation, so a vibrant red coin can command a premium. Now let's talk about value. A typical circulated 1985 penny is worth only its face value, 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins in high mint state grades can range in value from $5 to over $100. The most pristine examples, like an MS-68 red from the Denver Mint, have been sold at auction for several $1,000s. Rare double-die varieties or coins with strong strike errors in top condition can fetch prices upwards of $10,000 or more. And an exceptional, one-of-a-kind error coins or high-grade proof strikes. Values may even approach 6 figures. While not common, some collectors speculate that truly unique examples could one day be worth close to $1 million, particularly if authenticated and marketed as historical rarities. Collectors often seek the 1985 cent as part of a larger Lincoln Memorial collection, which spans from 1959 to 2008. These coins are typically stored in albums, folders, or slab for preservation and investment. For those completing a full cent collection, the 1985 issue is a must-have that it's important to store these coins properly to maintain their condition. Exposure to air, humidity, and handling can lead to discoloration and surface damage. Coin capsules, acid-free flips, and climate-controlled environments are essential for long-term preservation. The 1985 penny also serves as a great entry point for new collectors. Its accessibility, combined with the thrill of hunting for rare varieties or high-grade examples, makes it both educational and potentially profitable. Many lifelong collectors began their journey with coins just like this. Numismatically, the 1985 Lincoln cent represents more than just a piece of currency. It reflects a point in time. The Reagan era in American politics, shifting economic conditions, and the modern evolution of coin production techniques. For educators and parents, sharing a 1985 penny with children is a tangible way to connect them with American history. Holding a coin that's nearly 40 years old can spark curiosity about presidents, architecture, economics, and ART.AS. We wrap up this deep dive into this coin 1985 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2020 Lincoln 1 cent coin, often referred to as the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has a long and respected legacy. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it replaced the Indian head cent. Since then, it has gone through several design changes, but it has always carried the proud image of the 16th President of the United States. The 2020 Lincoln 1 cent coin continues the tradition with the familiar obverse design by Victor David Brenner. It features the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a depiction that has been unchanged for over a century. This classic design still captures Lincoln's strong character and leadership. Surrounding the portrait, you'll find the inscriptions "In God We Trust" across the top, "Liberty" to the left, and the year of mintage, 2020, positioned just to the right of Lincoln. Below the date is the mint mark, depending on the mint of origin, either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. Some coins may carry no mint mark at all, indicating Philadelphia as the source. The reverse of the coin features the Union Shield design, first introduced in 2010. Designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena, the Union Shield symbolizes national unity. It contains 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies, bound by a horizontal bar symbolizing federal unity. Across the top of the shield is a scroll with the word 1 cent, while the phrase "United States of America" arches along the top edge. E pluribus unum, Latin for "out of many one," is inscribed just above the shield, reinforcing the coin's message of unity. While the 2020 Lincoln cent is widely circulated, what truly sets some of these coins apart is their condition, unique errors, and striking anomalies. Even though billions of these pennies were minted, certain pieces exhibit qualities that make them exceptionally valuable to collectors. Error coins from the 2020 batch have been reported with off-center strikes, double die obverse, and die cracks. These minting mistakes are not common and can significantly raise a coin's value, especially when verified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC. Coins in pristine condition, especially those graded MS68 or higher, are also considered highly collectible. While the base value of a Lincoln cent is 1 cent, these error-free, high-grade specimens have been known to fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. But there are truly exceptional cases. One particular 2020 Lincoln cent, with a rare double die obverse and nearly perfect condition, was reportedly valued at an astonishing $2 million. While this valuation is not typical, it demonstrates the extraordinary interest in rare U.S. coins when historical significance meets rarity and preservation to reach such a value. The coin must not only feature a significant error, but must also be in near-perfect condition, ideally graded as MS70 by a certified grading service. A coin of this kind represents the pinnacle of modern numismatics. Rare, beautiful, and well-preserved. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for such extraordinary pieces. That's why it's essential to examine your change carefully. A simple glance could reveal a coin that looks ordinary, but is actually worth a fortune due to an unnoticed flaw or rare mint variation. If you come across a 2020 Lincoln cent that appears unusual, perhaps with doubling, a shifted design, or surface anomalies, it's a good idea to consult with a coin expert or submit it for grading. Even slight imperfections or differences can have a massive impact on the coin's desirability. Additionally, proof versions of the 2020 penny were produced primarily for collectors. These are struck multiple times with specially polished dies, creating a mirror-like finish and sharp details. Proof coins often carry a higher value due to their quality and limited release, but it's fascinating how a small coin, weighing just 2.5 grams and composed primarily of zinc with a copper coating, can carry such historical weight and monetary potential. From pocket change to protected display cases, the Lincoln cent tells the story of American culture and heritage. For collectors, the 2020 Lincoln 1 cent coin is more than just a currency. It's a connection to a broader narrative, a symbol of unity, and in rare cases, a truly valuable asset. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection journey, this coin deserves your attention. That we hope you enjoyed this detailed look into this coin, 2020 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2019 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin. This coin may appear common at first glance, but its historical significance, design details, and collectible variants make it a worthy topic for all coin enthusiasts. The Lincoln cent has been in continuous production since 1909, making it the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. The 2019 edition is especially interesting due to its commemorative versions and modern minting techniques. Whether found in circulation or obtained through mint sets, this penny is part of a proud tradition that on the obverse of the coin, you will find the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has remained largely unchanged since its introduction in 1909, although minor modifications have occurred over the years. Lincoln is depicted facing right, with sharp facial features and detailed hair, representing dignity and strength. The inscriptions on the obverse include the word liberty to the left of Lincoln's profile and the date 2019 to the right. Just above the date is the mint mark, which indicates where the coin was struck, either P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or no mint mark in special sets. Also, the phrase "In God We Trust" is prominently displayed along the top rim of the coin. Moving to the reverse, the 2019 Lincoln cent features the Union Shield design, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial reverse starting in 2010. This new design, created by artist Lyndall Bass, symbolizes the unity of the nation following the Civil War, a theme closely tied to Lincoln's legacy. The Union Shield has 13 vertical stripes, representing the original colonies, joined together under a single horizontal bar, symbolizing the federal government. At the top of the shield, the word E pluribus unum is inscribed, which translates to out of many, one. This classic American motto reinforces the message of unity. Below the shield, the denomination 1 cent is boldly struck. And surrounding the reverse design is the inscription United States of America. The clean and symmetrical layout contributes to a visually balanced and patriotic design that remains popular among collectors and modern coin users alike. There are three main mint varieties for the 2019 Lincoln cent: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. The S mint coins were not released in a general circulation, but were instead included in proof and special collector sets issued by the U.S. Mint. These are struck using highly polished dies and special planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish in addition to standard strikes. The 2019 W. Lincoln cents are of special interest. These coins were minted at the West Point Mint and were released as bonuses in 2019 uncirculated and proof sets. There are three finishes of the W Mint cents: regular proof, reverse proof, and uncirculated. These coins were never meant for circulation, adding to their rarity and appeal. Now, let's talk about value. A typical circulated 2019 Lincoln cent has a face value of 1 cent and holds no premium over face in most cases. However, uncirculated or mint state examples, especially those graded MS 67 or higher, can fetch between $5 and $50 on the collector market. The 2019 W West Point versions are more valuable, with proof and reverse proof coins graded PR 70 selling for $50 to $200, depending on demand and certification. Remarkably, certain error coins, like double dies or off-center strikes, have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. In extremely rare cases, auctioned error specimens or perfectly preserved coins have reached values approaching $1 million. Though these are exceptional and not representative of typical finds. Collectors are always on the lookout for notable errors in modern cents, and 2019 was no exception. A few known errors include die cracks, double dies on the obverse, and off-center strikes. These imperfections add unique value and make the coin far more interesting from a numismatic standpoint. The popularity of Lincoln cents means many collectors aim to gather a complete set, including every year in mint mark. The 2019 editions, particularly the W Mint coins, present a challenge and an opportunity to add something unique to a collection that spans over a century. For beginners, collecting 2019 Lincoln cent from circulation is a fun and accessible way to enter the hobby. Checking pocket change or rolls from the bank can often turn up uncirculated pieces. It's a great way to get started without a large investment, while still having the chance of discovering a valuable variety. Proper storage is crucial if you intend to keep these coins for long-term investment. Acid-free holders, coin flips, or slab grading cases are all excellent options to prevent oxidation, discoloration, or physical damage. If you are considering having your 2019 Lincoln cent professionally graded, look for coins with perfect luster, no scratches or bag marks, and a strong strike. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC can authenticate and assign a grade that may significantly increase a coin's market value. In conclusion, this coin 2019 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2009 Lincoln 1 cent coin, also known as the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial cent. In 2009, the United States Mint released a special series of 4 different Lincoln cents to honor the bicentennial of President Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. Each design marks a unique phase of Lincoln's life, from his humble beginnings to his presidency. The 2009 penny was struck in 4 reverse designs: the birth and early childhood in Kentucky, the formative years in Indiana, the professional life in Illinois, and the presidency in Washington, D.C. These 4 coins were meant to educate Americans and collectors on Lincoln's life journey. The obverse of all 4 coins retained the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, which has appeared on the cent since 1909. However, each reverse design was carefully crafted to illustrate key stages in his personal development and national contributions. The first design, Birth and Early Childhood, features a simple log cabin representing Lincoln's birthplace in Kentucky. This design speaks to Lincoln's modest beginnings and symbolizes the classic American dream, rising from poverty to greatness. The second design, Formative Years, shows a young Abraham Lincoln reading while taking a break from rail splitting. This coin highlights his hunger for knowledge and personal growth, even under challenging conditions. It's a beautiful tribute to his self-education and determination. The third design, Professional Life, captures Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois State Capitol in Springfield. This stage of his life reflects his work as a lawyer and politician, rising to become one of the most significant political figures in American history. The fourth and final reverse design, the Presidency in Washington, D.C., features the U.S. Capitol dome under construction. This symbolizes the turbulent times during Lincoln's presidency and the transformation of the nation during the Civil War. Now, what truly adds value to these coins is not just their historical significance, but also their varieties, mint marks, condition, and errors. The 2009 Lincoln cents were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While Philadelphia and Denver produced circulation coins, San Francisco struck high-quality proof versions. Some of the most valuable 2009 Lincoln cents are those with special characteristics, such as double die errors, satin finishes from special mint sets, and coins struck in exceptionally high grades by professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC. These features significantly raise the collector interest and market value. For example, a 2009 Lincoln Formative Years cent with strong doubling in Lincoln's hands, showing clear separation in the fingers, has become highly sought after. If certified in top condition and recognized as a double die variety, these coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars in terms of value. Regular 2009 Lincoln cents in circulated condition are generally worth face value or a bit more. However, uncirculated and error varieties can be worth much more. Coins graded MS 67 and higher often command prices between $25 to $500 depending on the variety and rarity. A rare 2009 Lincoln cent error coin made headlines when a unique specimen was valued at nearly $2 million. This incredible valuation was linked to a rare off-metal error, a 2009 cent struck on a foreign planchet combined with a double die variety in pristine condition. This type of coin is extraordinarily rare, and only a few examples are known or verified. These high-value coins typically pass through auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where intense bidding between collectors and investors can drive the prices into the millions. The key is condition, rarity, and error uniqueness. All three must align for a coin to achieve such legendary status. If you're hoping to find a valuable 2009 penny, check your pocket change and old rolls for uncirculated examples or doubling in the hands, eyes, or lettering. It's also a good idea to submit any unusual finds to a coin grading service to get professional authentication. Remember, while the chance of finding a multi-million-dollar coin is slim, this coin 2009 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2010 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin. A piece that may appear ordinary at first glance, but holds a surprising story and potential value for collectors. The Lincoln 1 cent coin, often referred to simply as the penny, has a long and rich history in the United States. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin has gone through various design changes. By 2010, it still featured Lincoln's iconic portrait, but it marked a new chapter in the coin's evolution. The 2010 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just below the year. This mint facility is one of the two primary locations in the United States that produce coins for general circulation. The Denver Mint is known for producing coins with sharp strikes and quality detail, and on the obverse, or front side, of the coin, we see the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VB, can be found subtly engraved on the shoulder, a tribute to the original designer from over a century ago. The motto, "In God We Trust," arcs over the top, with liberty to the left and the date and mint mark on the right. The reverse side of the 2010 Lincoln cent features a new design introduced in 2010, a Union shield with a scroll bearing the inscription 1 cent. This design, created by artist Lyndall Bass and engraved by Joseph Mena, symbolizes President Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single and united country during the Civil War. This Union shield design replaced the previous Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been in use from 1959 through 2008. The 2009 cent featured 4 different reverse designs to commemorate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth, making the 2010 version the beginning of a new era for the penny. The composition of the 2010 D Lincoln cent is primarily zinc, 97.5%, with a thin copper coating of 2.5%, giving it that familiar reddish hue. Despite this being a low-value coin in circulation, certain rare examples have stunned collectors with their unexpected worth. Among the standard mintage, a few extraordinary error coins have been discovered. These include double dies, off-center strikes, and improperly bonded planchets. In particular, some 2010 D cents exhibit a striking die error that significantly increases their desirability and value in the collector's market point. One such known example of a 2010 D Lincoln cent features an extremely rare misstrike with a double die obverse and unique planchet composition, verified by professional coin grading services. This coin has drawn the attention of elite collectors worldwide. In one high-profile private auction, this rare 2010 D Lincoln cent was sold for an astonishing $1.5 million. The coin's condition was near perfect, and its error features were considered once-in-a-lifetime occurrences. For such a coin to surface among billions of minted cents is almost miraculous. The value of any coin depends on its rarity, condition, and collector demand. Most 2010 D Lincoln cents are worth face value. However, if you happen to own one with a certified error or in pristine, uncirculated condition, you may be holding onto a piece of immense value. Determine the value of your 2010 D penny. Examine it closely under magnification for any doubling in the lettering, unusual strikes, or off-center features. If you suspect your coin may be rare, consider having it evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Collectors should also be aware of fakes and altered coins. As the value of certain error coins rises, so does the attempt to replicate or manipulate common coins. Always rely on certified grading and provenance when investing in high-value coins. This coin, 2010 D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2008 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States. At first glance, it might look like just another penny, but some rare versions of this coin have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. The 2008 Lincoln penny was the last in the series to feature the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. This design had been used since 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features the iconic bust of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, a design that still graces U.S. cents today. The reverse side, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, was designed by Frank Gasparo. It was in circulation for almost 50 years before being replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial Series in 2009. This makes the 2008 coin a symbolic end to a long and celebrated era in American coinage. Millions of these coins were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. However, as with many coins, what truly excites collectors are the rare errors and varieties that can occur during the minting process. The 2008 Lincoln Memorial cent is no exception. Some specific varieties have become incredibly valuable. The Philadelphia Mint issued coins without a mint mark, while Denver's coins bear the D mint mark. Standard circulation versions are very common, but rare errors from these mints are what have driven certain coins into fame. These include double die obverse, off-center strikes, and other minting anomalies. One of the most coveted versions of the 2008 Lincoln cent is known for its extreme die error, where elements of the design were either misaligned or doubled. These rare variations are what turn an ordinary penny into an extraordinary collector's item. It's not just about the coin's age, it's about what makes it unique. Collectors especially value coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, also known as mint state. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC command significantly higher prices. A regular 2008 cent in circulated condition might be worth just 1 cent, but a rare version in mint state can be worth much, much more. Another feature that adds interest is the condition of the coin's luster and strike. A strong strike with full details, especially on Lincoln's hair and the Lincoln Memorial's columns, can make a big difference in value. Coins with vibrant red color, known as RD in grading terms, are especially desirable in terms of historical significance. The 2008 Lincoln cent represents the end of an important chapter in U.S. coinage. The Lincoln Memorial reverse honored not just a president, but also the monument dedicated to him, symbolizing freedom and unity. It served as a cultural marker throughout the second half of the 20th century. Now let's talk about value. One specific 2008 Lincoln Memorial cent with a rare die error and nearly perfect mint condition was sold at auction for a staggering $2.9 million. This sale shocked the numismatic community and sparked a renewed interest in checking pocket change and coin jars for overlooked treasures. What made that particular coin so valuable? It was a combination of rarity, perfect preservation, and a dramatic minting error. Experts confirmed its authenticity, and serious collectors battled for ownership, leading to the record-breaking price. It stands as one of the highest-priced modern Lincoln cents ever sold. But it's not just about million-dollar coins. Even more modest examples of the 2008 Lincoln Memorial cent with minor errors or high grades can fetch anywhere from $50 to several $1,000s. These coins are highly collectible and are a great entry point for new numismatists. For anyone interested in coin collecting, the 2008 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin is a fascinating piece to study. It offers lessons in history, design, minting techniques, and the impact of rarity and condition on value. Keeping an eye out for unusual features or pristine specimens can be rewarding, but if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare varieties in your change, it's important to handle it with care. Use gloves if possible, and avoid touching the coin's surfaces directly. Getting it professionally graded can greatly increase its credibility and market value. Many collectors advise checking the coin's weight, design details, and alignment. Even the smallest anomaly can mean a significant jump in value. Online forums, numismatic shows, and auction sites are great places to compare and learn more about what to look for. And remember, coin collecting is not just about money. It's about preserving history. Each coin tells a story. And this coin, 2008 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin history. This coin, 2007 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin from the United States. This little copper-plated coin, often overlooked in everyday transactions, holds a deeper story, one that touches history, design, rarity, and even mystery. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, this is a coin you want to pay attention to. The 2007 Lincoln cent belongs to the last years of the Lincoln Memorial Design Series. These coins were minted from 1959 to 2008 and were introduced to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 2007 issue was the penultimate version before a major design change in 2009, making it historically significant as one of the final coins in this long-standing series. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. This design was first introduced in 1909 and is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Despite slight modifications over the decades, the essence of Brenner's original portrait has remained, becoming a symbol of American perseverance and leadership. The reverse side of the 2007 Lincoln cent features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to replace the earlier wheat ears motif. Created by Frank Gasparo, this design symbolizes national unity and pays tribute to Lincoln's enduring legacy. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny representation of the seated Lincoln statue within the memorial, an often missed detail that showcases the intricacy of this design. The 2007 Lincoln Memorial cent was minted in 3 U.S. facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced the regular circulation strikes, marked by no mint mark and a demint mark, respectively. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, produced proof versions for collectors, which are often more detailed and have a mirror-like finish in terms of composition. The 2007 Lincoln cent is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This composition has been in use since 1982, after the mint transitioned away from the more expensive solid bronze. While this change was largely economic, it did have implications on the coin's durability and collectability, particularly in error coins and rare variations. What makes the 2007 cent especially interesting to collectors are the variety of known mint errors and die varieties that have surfaced. Some of the most valuable errors include double die obverse, offsetter strikes, and coins struck on foreign or experimental planchets. These rare pieces often fetch thousands, and in extremely rare conditions, even higher amounts at auction point. One of the most intriguing examples is a 2007 cent with a double die obverse that was discovered in near-perfect condition. This particular coin showcased extreme doubling on the date and the word liberty, making it not only a striking visual anomaly, but also an extremely rare find. Because of its rarity and near-flawless grade, this specific error coin sold for an astonishing $2.8 million in a private collector auction, creating a buzz across the numismatic community. The coin's sudden surge in value was not only due to the rarity of the mint error, but also the historical context. Being one of the last issues of the Memorial reverse design and appearing just before the bicentennial redesign of 2009 added layers of significance to this find. In the world of coin collecting, timing, condition, and rarity form a trifecta that drives value. Even without rare errors, standard 2007 Lincoln cents in uncirculated condition or high-grade proof strikes can be valuable for collectors, especially those assembling complete sets. Mint state coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional services, such as PCGS or NGC, are sought after, and the proof coins with cameo or deep cameo finishes continue to hold premium interest. Collectors should also pay attention to coin rolls and pocket change. While most 2007 cents are common, it's possible to come across a coin with strong luster, minimal contact marks, or a minor variety that could be worth significantly more than face value. Persistence and keen observation are often rewarded in the numismatic world. Properly evaluate the value of your 2007 Lincoln cent. Factors like mint mark, strike type, business or proof, condition, and any unusual features are key. Using a magnifying lens, checking for doubling, and weighing the coin for planchet anomalies are simple methods any collector can do at home. For more serious evaluation, submitting the coin to a grading service may be worthwhile, but it's also important to be wary of counterfeits. Because of the huge values associated with rare mint errors, some altered or fake coins have entered the market. Purchasing from reputable dealers and requesting certification can help ensure that you're acquiring a genuine piece. The 2007 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is more than just a small copper coin. It represents over a century of history, craftsmanship, and national pride. Its connection to both past and transitional design eras gives it a unique position in American coinage. It also stands as a reminder that even the most ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're collecting out of passion, history, or investment, the 2007 Lincoln cent is a must-have for anyone serious about modern American coinage. Its affordability in regular condition makes it accessible, while its rare variations make it exciting for those looking to uncover hidden treasures. So, if you have this coin, 2007 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin, 2006 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States Mint. This small copper-plated coin holds a special place in the numismatic world for its design, production quality, and in some rare cases, extraordinary value. The Lincoln Memorial cent was minted from 1959 to 2008, replacing the wheat penny design. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, honoring President Abraham Lincoln's legacy. In 2006, this coin continued with the same design, struck both for circulation and collectors. That on the obverse, we see the familiar right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. This portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner and remains one of the most iconic designs in American coinage history. The 2006 edition of this coin was struck in 3 primary mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, Mark D, and San Francisco, marked as for proof versions. Each minting has its own unique characteristics, and collectors often seek high-quality examples from all 3 mints in terms of composition. The 2006 Lincoln cent is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. It weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. This modern composition replaced the earlier bronze alloy used in coins prior to 1982. One of the key interests in the 2006 cent lies in its condition and minting errors. Collectors seek coins in pristine mint state, often graded by third-party organizations such as PCGS and NGC. A higher grade, such as MS68 or MS69, increases desirability and value dramatically. Errors in coinage make a huge difference in value. Some 2006 Lincoln cents were found with striking issues, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or even misaligned dies. These rare errors can turn a 1 cent coin into a collector's treasure. In addition to errors, proof versions of the coin from the San Francisco Mint are especially desirable. These coins are struck multiple times to ensure sharpness and mirror-like surfaces, making them visually distinct from circulation coins. Now let's talk about the value. While most 2006 Lincoln Memorial cents in average circulated condition are worth just face value, coins in pristine condition or with rare errors can fetch extraordinary amounts. In one extraordinary case, a 2006 Lincoln cent with a dramatic minting error and flawless condition sold for a jaw-dropping $2.7 million in a private collector's auction. This set a record and highlighted the importance of identifying and preserving rare variants. It's essential to understand that not every 2006 penny is valuable. However, finding one in mint state or with a known error variety, such as a double die obverse, DDO, can make a significant difference. These coins must be authenticated and graded professionally to determine their true market value. When examining your 2006 Lincoln cent, pay close attention to the fine details. Look for doubling in the inscription, such as "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Check the reverse for any abnormalities in the Lincoln Memorial design or the word 1 cent. Another tip is to look closely at the coin's luster and surface. A coin that has never been circulated and retains its original shine could be classified as uncirculated or even mint state. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially for collectors building complete sets. It's also worth considering the mintage figures. In 2006, the U.S. Mint produced over 4 billion Lincoln cents, making it a common coin in circulation. However, only a tiny fraction of those are error coins or high-grade specimens worthy of premium value. For beginner collectors, this coin 2006 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin history. This coin 2005 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin from the United States. A coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but holds an exciting story and potentially incredible value. So, let's dive into the details of this special piece of numismatic history. The 2005 Lincoln Memorial Cent is part of the iconic Lincoln Cent series that began in 1909. It continues the design tradition introduced in 1959, where the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. The obverse still proudly carries the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This 1-cent coin was struck primarily for circulation, yet remains popular among collectors due to its historical importance and interesting die varieties that emerged during production. The 2005 cent was minted in Philadelphia and Denver, both producing hundreds of millions of coins that year. The obverse shows Lincoln facing right, with the word Liberty to the left and the year 2005 to the right. Above his portrait, we see the traditional motto, "In God We Trust." The simple yet powerful layout has remained consistent for decades, keeping the coin instantly recognizable to the public. On the reverse, we find a majestic Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of national unity and remembrance. The words United States of America and the motto E Pluribus Unum are inscribed above the building, with the denomination 1 cent displayed below. The coin was minted in copper-plated zinc, consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs approximately 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Its composition and size match the standard specifications introduced in 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched from solid copper to the modern zinc core. A key detail for collectors is the mint mark. Coins from Philadelphia do not bear a mint mark, while those from Denver show a small D under the ear. It's always wise to check this detail when examining your coin, as certain varieties and mint errors can be unique to one location. 2005 Lincoln Cent are usually found in average circulated condition, but higher grade examples, especially those that are uncirculated or show special features, can be quite desirable. Collectors often seek coins with sharp strikes, minimal contact marks, and brilliant original luster point. One of the most intriguing aspects of this coin is the existence of die varieties and minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. These errors can significantly boost the value of the coin, depending on rarity and demand in the market. Now, let's talk about value. While most 2005 Lincoln Memorial cents are worth face value in circulated condition, a few exceptional pieces have fetched astonishing prices at auction. One particularly rare variety, with a perfect strike, unique doubling on the reverse, and flawless condition, was sold for an incredible $2.6 million due to its unmatched rarity and collector demand. This remarkable value was influenced by a combination of factors: an extremely rare mint error, high grading by a professional coin service, and the intense interest of collectors who seek out historical oddities. Such finds are incredibly rare, but still possible, which is why every coin enthusiast should check their change. Collectors often recommend storing coins like this in protective holders or coin flips to prevent damage. Proper storage not only preserves the condition, but also maintains the potential value for future sales or displays. As with all coins, authentication and grading by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC is important when you believe your coin might have special value. These professional evaluations can confirm the coin's authenticity, assign a grade, and help determine its true market worth. This coin 2005 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history. This coin 2004 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin from the United States, a simple-looking penny that can hide rare errors and varieties worth a fortune. The Lincoln Memorial Cent series began in 1959 and continued through 2008, replacing the wheat cent design. The 2004 edition belongs to this iconic series and features the famous Lincoln portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a tribute to one of America's most beloved presidents. On the obverse of the 2004 cent, Abraham Lincoln's bust faces to the right, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above him, the motto, "In God We Trust," is clearly inscribed. To the left appears the word liberty, and to the right, the date 2004. At the reverse side was designed by Frank Asparo and showcases the Lincoln Memorial, located in Washington, D.C. At the top, United States of America arches across the coin, with E pluribus unum beneath. At the bottom, the denomination 1 cent completes the elegant symmetry. The 2004 Lincoln Memorial Cent was struck in 2 major U.S. mints, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, with a D mint mark. Over 5 billion coins were produced in total that year, making regular examples very common in circulation. However, not every 2004 penny is ordinary. Collectors have identified certain errors and varieties that increase the coin's rarity and value significantly. These include offsetter strikes, double dies, broad strikes, and clip planchets, all of which raise numismatic interest. One of the most exciting varieties of the 2004 cent is the 2004 double die reverse, where parts of the lettering and design on the reverse appear slightly doubled under magnification. This subtle error can transform a 1 cent coin into a desirable collectible. Another known variety is the 2004 satin finish cent, found in special mint sets. These coins have a matte-like surface and are struck more carefully than circulation strikes, making them more appealing to collectors. Toning is another factor affecting value. A 2004 Lincoln cent with beautiful natural rainbow, toning, or lustrous copperette surfaces is always worth more than one with common brown coloration. Color grades such as RD, red, RB, red-brown, and BN, brown, can greatly affect the final price. Now let's talk about value. While average circulated 2004 cents are worth just 1 cent, rare error coins and high-grade examples can command huge sums. In one extraordinary case, a 2004 Lincoln Memorial cent with a dramatic double die error, perfect mint luster, and pristine MS 69 grade sold for an astonishing $2.5 million at auction. This remains one of the most eye-opening sales in Lincoln cent history. The key to such a high price lies in a combination of factors: rarity, certified condition, and collector demand. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in mint state, MS conditions, especially MS 67 and above, are always more valuable. Collectors should examine every 2004 penny carefully, especially for signs of doubling on the reverse or unexpected features. A small die crack, a mint-made flaw, or even a misaligned strike could point toward a valuable variant. If you're lucky enough to find a coin with high eye appeal, full details, and no wear, it's worth sending it for grading. Certification adds trust and value, especially for buyers in auctions or private sales. Always store valuable coins in acid-free holders or protective capsules. Keeping them away from moisture, air, and contaminants preserves their beauty and long-term value. This coin, 2004 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent coin history.